guys, what is up? How are you? So I tried to do the vlog thing. It's a little boring. As someone who does jack shit all day, I think it's very pointless me to, oh my god, let me do vlogs. Like, it's stupid because I don't do shit, right? However, I will do vlogs if I like run out of shit to do. So today we'll have story time. It's gonna be about, I think I was 10 years old. I was in grade 5. That's a long time ago. Anyways, let me do the YouTuber thing. Let me get my wig. Let me look at this. Hold on. Okay, people just came home, so I'm like a bit shy to speak loud, so that's a bit awkward. But anyways, this story is basically about how I was friends with people that weren't my friends. And we were friends up until grade 7, but like I just feel like they were not maybe they were friends with each other, but like we weren't friends. At least that's a realization I came to afterwards. Basically, okay, let's get into it. School started at, this is junior school, right? I was like 10, right? School started at 8 o'clock, right? But people would get there early, right? They'd be at school like 40 minutes early, 30 minutes early, sometimes just depended, right? So 30 minutes, do whatever you want. And so people would go to the fields, do as they please. You could sit, talk, run around, the fuck, who cared, right? So I was with my girl, you know, someone who was, at the time I could think that I would consider as my close friend. Like we were, you know. So now there's a girl who was new. At this point in time, I don't know if she was new, but I think she came that year or like the end of the year before, right? She came from, I think it was Pakistan, and she was nice. I mean, I can't say that I was friends with her, right? I could say like, oh hey, that was a conversation, like how are you, like that's it, right? Like nothing more. So she hung out with a specific group of people most of the time, right? I think she found like, I would say that I'd like to assume, you know, like those were like her friends because I saw her hanging out with them. So now I'm with my gal pal, right? And we're on the field, whatever, we're just walking around, and then we see the girl. Okay, let's call her San. Okay, I feel like I remember. Yeah, and let's call my gal pal, let's call her Rain. Okay, so San was just like, I don't know what she was doing. Maybe she was just walking around as well, just like, you know, chilling, vibing, right? Minding her business. You know what I mean? Just minding her business. So I'm talking to Rain, and she's like, oh, let's go to San, right? And I'm like, why? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, she did have a habit of making fun of people, just like Amber Heard sometimes. Like, they'd be like, okay, I was definitely a spectator to a lot of the things that she did. So anyways, she's like, let's go to her, right? So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So she's like, oh, Sam, like, who do you hang out with? And she's like, oh, I hang out with this person, right? And one of the names, she said it differently, right? Because obviously I think she grew up in Pakistan, maybe, because she only was there at school for like 2 years, then she's like, I'm going back to Pakistan. So maybe there was something going on at the time, I don't know. Like, I didn't look it up, like I was 5. I was 10. So anyways, I said one of the names differently. Whose name specifically, I don't remember how it was said. And so Rain, over here next to me, starts going hardy har, right? And I'm like, ma'am, I definitely didn't stop her. Well, I had an issue, like I couldn't, that was my friend because I was scared, okay? And also I was a bit of a pussy, so she started laughing. I'm like, oh, well, let's go now, right? And then she keeps starting to probe her and ask more questions, and I'm like, dog, like, can we dip? But anyways, after Rain is making fun of this hun, we leave her. She's like, oh, let's go and call some of our other friends who were also on the field somewhere. She's like, oh my god, let's call them. She now goes and she calls thing 1, 2, and 3, let's just say, right? And she's like, thing 1, 2, and 3, come on over and come near this, right? And these people, they're like, oh Sam, who do you say you hang out with? And they're trying to get her to say the name again and again, right? And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, guys, why would you do this? Like, but then again, I'm also wrong because I didn't correct them. Fine, I accept my fault in that I didn't stop them. Anyways, then we leave, right, or whatever. After, I don't know how long we stayed there for, probably not that long. And then towards the end of break or something, like, but anyways, we're walking back into the direction of the classrooms. I'm seeing a huddle of people are surrounding somebody, right? And so we're confused and we're like, what's going on? So we decide to go. And then we get there, then someone finished like, oh, San said that people were making fun of the way that she speaks, right? But I tell you, okay, we all remember how Rain is the one who went and recruited thing 1. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I was like, oh, someone, she was saying that people were making fun of the way that she was speaking, right? They're like, who. First of all, thing 1, who was called by Rain, is the loudest among everyone saying, it was necessary. I remember looking at these girls and I was like, surely you're all tapped. Because what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Rain, thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3 are all looking at me like, it was Nasibu, pointing their fingers at me like this. And I was looking at them, I was like, you guys are seriously sick. These guys all looked at me and were like, Nasi, I remember looking at these guys and I was like, surely you're all sick. Surely they are wires crossed. Because, I'll be back. As I was saying, surely they are wires crossed because you girls who came from across the field to come and specifically make fun of the way that this girl spoke are now pointing the fingers at me. I was shocked, I was dumbfounded, I was like, so, well, San was crying, you know what I mean? She was crying, so she couldn't, I don't think she would have wanted to speak and object if 4 girls are looking at one human being and saying, she did it. She apologized, how could you do? And I'm looking at this person, I'm like, guys. Then I'm like, you know what, San, I'm so sorry, like, whatever, right? And it's like, okay, cool jeans, cool beans, whatever. Then now people all shut back to class. Me, I go to the school bathroom and I start crying because I was like, what kind of friends are those? Like, I was actually the scapegoat. Anyways, I go back into class, right? And of course, the story has spread around, obviously. And there's one girl, right? Obviously, she had a version of the story that was Nasibu. Anyways, so she comes back because I walked into the classroom to then be by my desk, right? And I was just, you know, staring at the board, you know. She comes up to me and she's like, Nasibu, it's not nice to make fun of people from different countries or different cultures, like, you know, basically just calling me out and just being like, you dumb bitch. And I didn't even know how to respond. I just looked at her and I was like, and then she walked away. Needless to say, I hated my day that day. Then at break time, right, class already started after break, and then I was like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? Now, I don't know if San, I don't know when she asked to go to the bathroom. Like, I didn't see when she asked to go to the bathroom, right? I go into the bathroom. So the bathroom is like, you go inside, right, and then you turn left, and then there's like this wall. So you have to go around the wall to then get to the bathroom because I don't overdo. As I'm turning the wall, I come face to face with San, right? Now, there's 2 versions of the story in my head. I don't know which one is correct. I don't know how there are 2 very different versions, but in both versions, I do see this hun, right? And in my head, I'm thinking, oh my god, that's so awkward, like, because obviously the morning was just very tense, right? So I'm like, oh, hey, you know what I mean? Every time we saw each other, we just be like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, hey, what's up? That was it. Okay, first version of the story is that she says, she just looks at me and she just smiles and she's like, but one of those smiles like, I'm sorry I didn't defend you, like they were all saying it was you, like what did you want me to do? You know what I mean? Of which, understandable, sure, I get that. Because then again, I also was a spectator and them making fun of her, so I mean, tit for tat, you know what I mean? Then the second version of the story that I have in my head is that I come in and I'm like, oh, hi. She's like, oh, hi, Nasibu. She's like, I know it wasn't you. And then she just like leaves the bathroom. I'm leaning more towards smile, like if I like 60-40, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know why I have 2 different versions in my head. But anyways, and then me and San were G's. We never stopped, because like, it was just, our relationship remained the same, right? I even have pictures with her in my phone from grade 6, I think. I would share them, but then like, what business do you have seeing their face? And that was the end of the story. That's it. Those people, by the end of the day, I was probably speaking to them anyways. That's the truth. As much as I wanted to be angry at them, like they were my friends. And they remained my friends up until the end of primary school. But as more things happened, like these guys were not my friends. Just thinking back to a time where you're just like, wow, is that what happened? Did I really like, awkward. I don't wish illness or death upon them, but I'm just saying, y'all some crooks. Y'all some motherfuckers. Like, how could you do that? That was a stupid story, but I couldn't, I don't think I could do another vlog again. I feel like that was just pointless. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Tweet me at Nasibu12 FKCN3 and come back for more videos, you know. Bye.